All right. We know what done happened. It's all over. Oh my God. It's just ridiculous. It's atrocious. There was no fight in this team today. They look lost and confused. Wait a minute. The beating continues right here on Tight Sports. Let me get out of the way. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. Oh, Indiana has invaded my home. What in the hell? Oh, my God. Belt was delivered to ass right here on Tight Sports in the pregame, the game wrap up. What is going on? This is crazy. I'm under attack. I'm under siege. Oh, my God. It's me. Bama was never the brand Saban was. Hey, man, I get it. Come on in. Give it to me. Good God Almighty. Alabama's getting their backs kicked in. That's one way of putting it. Auburn Thrall. Hoosiers went BTA. Oh, Jesus. I don't know what a Hoosier is. It's supposed to be an Indiana native, but them were no natives out there. That was some doggone savages. I know this is bad. However, 6-year-old children never see AU play the position right. True. He said Auburn been in the hinterlands for a while. Though we did go bowling 3 years ago. Did you? How? Oh, you won 6. What an arse whooping. Wow. True. Signetti said he's going to do it, and he did it. Cheeks were clapped. Oh, that's just disrespectful. People, I'm dropping this link in here. This is why we have, look, they're taking a knee with 2 minutes left. Oh, my God. 38-3. Oh, my God. 6-year-old children shouldn't be able to watch that kind of violence. That was a good one. Let me get this link in this chat, man. Hey, whose fault was it? It wasn't my fault. I did my job. Man, where we at here? Guest to the studio. Yeah, here we go. Right here. I'm dropping the link right now. Please
I know DC wanted to come in. I think Nick was coming in later. I think I got Tennessee Stan. The Baron of Bentonville supposed to come in. You talking about getting cooked. They got cooked. We got cooked. Shocked. 7-point game turned into a 35-point destruction, decimation. I want Signetti brought up on charges. Oh, my goodness. The link is in there. Come on in. Give it to me. I've been supporting this team. I'm going to continue to support this team. Roll Tide all day, baby. I don't care. We still the best to ever do it. Players mess up. Players mess up. And, boy, do we have some players messing up today. Come on. E and J don't make enough to get this feeling off. I think it'll take me at least about 7 weeks to get this out of my system. But tonight I'm hot. I'm pointing the fingers at people. The main person who's responsible for this was Signetti. Signetti, what do you think you're doing? You're supposed to lay down when Alabama comes around. What's wrong with you? Why are you hugging this dude? Who is that? Kick him off the team. Take all his NIL money and burn his apartment. I'm calling for a purging. We need to get somebody got to move. Somebody got to lose their job. I don't know. Did Ty Simpson lose his job tonight or did he get hurt? I think he took a nice hit, but maybe he got hurt. I don't know what people expected. I didn't expect this. A loss is a loss, but a decimation equals major destruction. That's right, Ty. Wipe it off. Wipe it off the A. Keep that A cleaned up. Keep it clean. Protect the scripted A. Like you should have protected the ball in the second quarter. Why did you fumble, Ty? Ty, why did you fumble, man? You can't be fumbling, Ty. Look at that Signetti up there. Got his, what is it, a box cut? I don't know. I'm bald. He got a box cut up there doing some of his thing. Now, folks, before guests join me, if they choose to join, what can we say then? After this decimation of Alabama, now we are not the bell cow of the conference. And there's still 2 SEC teams left, and they're going to cancel each other out tonight. I'm thinking it's going to be Ole Miss is going to move forward. Shall we now get rid of the moniker that in the SEC it means more? Because apparently it does not. My team has been battling against these SEC cretins the whole season. Supposed to be getting forged by iron and fire and hammering and put into a nice sword. I won't even use the Marine Corps sword, just a nice sword. I don't know, a sword you hang on the wall, whatever. We have not done anything to this team. Nothing impacted them. And why? Because, be honest, the play calling was childish. It was amateurish. It was ridiculous. Nick Frazier, let me have it, bro. Both barrels. Both barrels. Hit me in. Just please hit right here and right around in here. So 5 seconds of I can't take it no more. Put me out of my misery.
Tight, what did I tell you before the game started? Tight.
You told me.
I told y'all.
Yeah, everything.
That Indiana would win this game by at least 10 points because they would be able to run the football.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Indiana did. They even did the exact same thing that Oklahoma did to Alabama. Got up 10-0, got up 17-0. And guess what they did? They started running the football at will, something that Oklahoma could not do. I tried to tell y'all.
Terry, man.
I tried to tell y'all, man.
Is Signetti now our daddy? Is that our daddy now?
Nah, man. I was trying to tell everybody from the jump, man. Indiana is a complimentary, comparable team.
And whose team is this? Is this your team?
Signetti's team. It's your daddy's team.
Your daddy.
I tell you,
this is a daddy's team. This is the daddy's team.
I tried my hardest, man. I tried to
Welcome
let the people
to the
know.
show for the first time ever. Nick, we are joined by the one and only Auburn Thaw.
What's up?
Hey, you come hang out with us some, so I figured I'd come hang out with you for a little while.
Hey, come on in, man. This is terrible. This is terrible.
Styles make fights, and this was a style that Alabama is weak against.
You tell me about it, yeah.
But it's been all year. Everybody's been saying Bama can't run the ball, and they struggle to stop the run. Indiana is going to run it down your throat.
But Auburn thought we were able to, and our buses arrived on time. That's about it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
It was just, and when all that downpour and that wet field, which made passing even harder, all the slip and the slide, you got to run the ball, and it was set up for y'all to get a little bit of this.
So I'm about to start not a GoFundMe. GoFundMe don't play that. What is it?
Hey Nick, how about them Oregon Ducks?
Man, stop.
I told you I didn't see what you saw in Texas Tech.
No, the game. Okay, let's be honest about this. That score in that game had nothing to. The score was not indicative of how that game went.
What is going on? TikTok?
The score was not indicative of how that game went. Oregon had a late trash touchdown. Oregon kicked 3 field goals in that game. Now they had 3 field goals and 1 touchdown that I give them, and Texas Tech missed 2 field goals. That was a defensive struggle game, man. I'm just saying, but hey, people gonna look at the score and be like, "Yeah, man, they got blew out." I'm like, "Go watch the game."
Go ahead, Auburn.
Tight. I watched this game, and what kept running through my head was watching all Funny Main's videos. Run the damn ball.
Run the ball, man. Run the ball. Welcome to the stage. Now, I'm just telling y'all, be careful. Be careful how you talk to her. Just be careful. Welcome, PhD.
I had a feeling. I knew who it was. I knew it. I knew it.
She's showing up, though. She shows up. She shows up.
She does. She shows up.
She shows up. PhD, is the house nice and tidy right now?
I'm good. You saw my text, right? That I said that I got something else that's way more important than football. Right now?
I saw that.
Lately. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I got 3 cigars left. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something else way more important
I had 5
than
before the
football game. Yeah, but I will say this though. I will say I am surprised by the score, but am I surprised by our offense? No.
No. Yeah.
I've been saying it for weeks, but you've
been saying it for weeks, y'all.
Weeks, but I'm Alabama fan since I was 17 years old. Okay, because I went to UA, so a long time. But I keep it real. I've been saying it for weeks. Why are you shaking your head, Nick? What you shaking your head for? What you shaking your head for?
Oh man,
be careful, Nick.
Man. I'm trying to tell you. I said this before the game started. I said Alabama was gonna lose by at least 10. Is what I said.
Losing my mind over here.
What did I say though? I said I'm surprised by the score, by how much we got beat. Am I surprised by our offense? Absolutely not, because I've been saying it for weeks. Weeks. I have not seen anything different in our offense in what Grubb, DeBoer, and them have been doing. I said it when I drove to Atlanta to the SEC championship game that our offense is going to be suspect. I said
it was suspect. They're downright guilty. They're guilty.
The score, yes, I will agree with shaking head.
Yeah.
But please don't shake head when I say about the offense. That's what I was referring to.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
It was
outlandish. Pathetic.
And thank goodness Grubb and all them better be glad I had Tuscaloosa for years, because if I lived in Tuscaloosa, it's very problematic. I just don't understand for weeks how you cannot change up what you've been doing that doesn't work.
Just don't work.
I don't know what they're doing.
I knew we were in trouble.
And Grubb's up here talking about no shenanigans in the first quarter.
And started shenanigans.
Well, they didn't do anything in the first quarter.
That first quarter, it was 4th and 1. And they did a jet sweep to Jeremy Bernard. So I said, here comes that same old bull crap.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you do the same thing over and over and over again, you're going to get what you get.
That was crazy. It's been crazy. It's crazy.
Was Lane Kiffin in Grubb's ears on that 4th and 1?
Woo! That's the first thing I said.
On your own side of the field, that's Lane Kiffin to a T.
Oh man.
Chicanerous and
man. terrible, man. Terrible.
Oh,
terrible.
So it's just, and let me say this too. Our defense, I've been saying this for weeks too. Quit putting this game on our defense. I'm sorry.
They wore them out.
I don't care what team you're playing against. It is a team game. And I'm really ticked off. And they say Ty was hurt. Ty been banged up and hit for a while now. But dude, you stripped all your clothes, your uniform off, and put on regular clothes.
I think he got to that lick he took in his second quarter when he fumbled the ball.
That's not my point. You still could have kept something on, some pads on or something. Dang, I mean,
had to get rubbed on.
Is that what it was?
You got to get rubbed on.
And I will say, Mac should have been. I said this at the SEC championship game when I was sitting in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Why don't you put Mac in?
Matt was still lost.
I'm not saying that it would have made us win the game. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, why are you gonna keeping Ty in there? And Ty, slide when you need to slide, and don't slide when you don't. I mean, come on now.
I want him to slide now. Slide on into the draft.
But
Indiana was.
Indiana was the down. I'm not surprised. I mean, I'm surprised about, but the offense, absolutely not surprised. I've been saying it for weeks. And I'm tired of Alabama fans telling me to calm down and we got this, we're gonna work it out. And okay, well, you all must be seeing something else that I don't see. I'm loyal to my Crimson Tide, 36 years loyal, and still going strong.
I'm on about 40 something. I can't remember 40.
Well, I mean, it might only because I grew up in Tuskegee and I watched that other team because I didn't have any sense because I was a kid. So that's the only reason why. And then I snapped out of it.
Slug Durkin says Indiana scored more touchdowns than Alabama scored points.
Hey, PhD.
Mm-hmm.
Ty's probably in street clothes because I imagine at halftime he had to go get X-rays on his ribs.
Yeah, he probably get X-rays. He had
to get out of his uniform to get the X-rays and stuff done. That's why he's probably in street clothes.
I thought they would put him on a bus.
Okay, well, all right, well, okay.
Because he took a shot and he was hurt.
He did, yeah, he did. I mean, he's been banged up. He's been hit.
I'm imagining they took him for X-rays after that shot to his ribs.
Yeah, in the back somewhere. But I'll tell you like this, Ryan Grubb.
Now, let me ask you: should Grubb be fired because all this talk about?
No, he should be persecuted and skewered and everything else. He should be lamented. He should be forced to be tarred and feathered and walk into the stadium. Not out yet because this is his first year. He has been thoroughly educated, and now he knows that a running game is an absolute must. Is not a wish or a want to. He got.
I heard Nick say, "Oh man," but remember, this is Nick from the team where Travell was saying for a long time, and I agreed with Travell, and I even said it too. I didn't understand why Auburn hired Hugh Freeze. Okay?
You're not the only one.
But
you're not the only one. We all
hanging in there with Freeze on some level. Y'all were on.
We were. You right.
We tried to
we were out on Hugh Freeze. We were out on Hugh Freeze last season, but because of the talent he brought in, we thought the talent would at least get us 9-10 wins, but not Freeze. That's it.
Support Hugh Freeze. I didn't support Hugh Freeze.
Yeah, you must know what Auburnthall's name was for 3 years. His name for 3 years. His actual handle for 3 years was called Fired Freeze.
Yeah,
fired. And I changed it to Fired after we got rid of that bum.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, Freeze never should have been there in the first place.
Oh, we agree with you on that.
100%.
Slug Durkin said, "Keep Grubb, give him an extension." Yeah, he gonna get an extension.
I'm sorry. Grubb has to go. Grubb has to go. He has.
You gonna get rid of him?
Yeah.
You're not gonna give him a chance to grow. I mean,
after one season,
don't you give him a chance to grow, a chance to expand and learn from his misdeeds? I mean, Saban lost 31-17 in the bowl game after losing the SEC championship. This is just another loss.
Okay, you said 31-17. Didn't that include some touchdowns? You said that 17 includes some touchdowns in there.
Yes,
there was only 3 points today.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right, okay.
Just checking.
Alabama got on a plane and flew across the country to put up 3 points.
To put up 3 points, as well as mine, as well as our remote correspondents, who I told him he should have just stayed in the basement.
Oh my God! The Baron of Bentonville has chimed in. Stan Howard says, "Good evening, Alabama fans." Auburn
fan.
No, he's a Tennessee fan.
He's
so
a Tennessee
of course
fan.
he's here to gloat.
Shout to Stan the man.
Here he come, the Baron of Bentonville himself, folks.
There he is, Stan the man.
All right, I just want to give a special shout out, man, for Alabama. To Alabama, man. They did what they could, man. They never was supposed to be there, man, but they gave it all they can, they did what they could, man. I'm proud of them.
I'm waiting for it, man. I'm waiting for them, ready for the other shoe to drop.
One more time. Belt the. You know the rest of it, man.
Belt was applied, man.
Like I told you earlier, but they beat the draws off of.
Hey Nick, on the phone,
they tight. They just had the rim. They just got the rim on, bro. The bottom gone.
Oh God. Well, they wearing boxes of briefs. That's what I need to know. Was it boxes of briefs?
Bro, they wear white. They wear tighty whities, bro.
Oh Lord.
Beat the bottom off. Beat the bottom off tight.
Not even box of briefs. Not even box of briefs,
bro.
God.
And they had characters on them.
Oh, what? Characters. And little elephants.
Had the SpongeBob characters on them, bro.
Oh,
I never bashed you as me because I never took the sickness into consideration when it came to him coaching.
You didn't not bother me at all. It's me. They didn't care. They didn't care.
We never. I mean, we were like, if we respect that he got the cancer, but we never gave him a pad just because he was sick. That never happened. I don't know what is me talking about right now. That never happened. we always.
Yeah, but I said, hey, Todd, I just had to slide through, man. Give you a shout out, man. Good luck next season. Them boys could probably go work at Hardee's or something during the season. By the season over with, get a side job or something like that, man. But I just had to slide through to give you a shout out, man.
You don't have no future in football,
bro. Tennessee ain't got no future. Alabama ain't got no future, man.
Oh wow.
So, I know y'all in the same boat with us, man. I just called it, let you get on the boat with us, man. Go on to the house.
All right, man. Happy snitching.
All right, man.
Funny, man. Funny.
That was the Baron of Bentonville. That was Stan Howard. Thank you for dropping by the show, even though you said some disgusting and repulsive things.
Hilarious, man.
Crazy out here, man. Oh, wait a minute. Breaking news. Think Indiana just scored again.
Dang, the game over. They scored again?
Yeah, I think they scored again. The player of the game was a doggone offensive lineman.
Man,
what does that say?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Y'all defense, Alabama's defense, like it just gave up.
I don't blame them though, man. It's like, at a certain point, it becomes pretty apparent. It's like
I'm supposed to wear myself out for the team. What team? No. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look out for myself.
This is my second favorite one. My first favorite one is the mischievous. Right. What is it? What is it? That's my favorite. That one. And deplorable. That one right there is my favorite one. And then the second one is the one that you just did. What I'm supposed to get myself up for the team?
What team? Hey man, it was a terrible day. I mean, when I saw that offensive line on our defensive line, that's all I could hear, man. That's all I could hear. It was just jackhammering my doggone team, man.
I'm gonna be honest.
I'll mute myself because now my family's calling me, and I know they're not calling me to say Happy New Year. They've had all day from New Jersey call me Happy New Year, so I'll let y'all know what's going on.
Yeah, just come in and come back out. We're gonna be here for a minute. People have a lot to say.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought this would be a 28-17, 28-14 game. That's what I thought.
They folded.
I thought Alabama would be able to put up 2 touchdowns. And I thought Indiana would win by 14 points. That's why I said at least 10 at the beginning of the game. Before the game started, I said Indiana would win this game by at least 10. I thought it would be like a 28-17, 28-14 game. I did not expect Indiana to come out here and put up 38 points and then not give. 3 points tight. 3 points.
Zone.
Yeah, to be more careful. 3 points tight.
What channel is this doggone Georgia game on? This is ridiculous.
It's coming on right after this one. It'll be on in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, isn't it on ESPN too?
Yep, on ESPN. Yeah.
It don't even matter, man. It's like the world ended tonight, right? Does the world end tonight? Let me see.
I mean, it's just a game. It's a game.
It put to rest that teams get rusty with the extra bye week.
First win, yeah, for a bye team. Bye week. Welcome to the stage, folks. DC Wolf.
What's up, fellas?
Man,
you sound like the last caller, DC.
Don't you mean what's down? Don't you mean what's down?
Hey, man.
SEC dominance is over.
Man, Alabama embarrassed me, man.
SEC dominance is done.
Alabama embarrassed me, man. I picked Alabama to win this game. Y'all embarrassed me tight.
I'm blaming this loss on Missouri, Vanderbilt, Georgia, Oklahoma. They should have beat us earlier, and so we could have got these guys out of here.
Tight, they did, man. I told them Sunday, tight. They argued me off the stage, man. I told them Sunday, man. Alabama shouldn't have been in there in the first place, man.
Well, we got to win, so I can't necessarily agree with you on that one.
No, man. They got beat. They shouldn't have been in there. They got beat in the SEC championship game. They got dog walked the same way, bro.
Oh, my
God.
God.
They wanted these ratings, though, and they got them.
They dumped doggone roses on this man's head, man. What is that all about, man? Why they dumping roses on folks' heads, man?
Tight, let me ask you this, Tight. Would you rather have not been in the playoffs, rather been in the playoffs and get beat like this, bro?
I had to get in the playoffs, bro. I had to get in the playoffs.
So you rather get in the playoffs and get dog walk like this in front of everybody, bro?
Well, he's 1-1 in the playoffs. So I'll take that.
Man, but everybody ain't looking at 1-1. They looking at, man, he got drugged, man. This is embarrassing, Tight.
Yeah, he got drugged. It's the worst beating I think I've seen in the playoffs in 2 years.
I think this is the worst beating I've seen Alabama take, like, you know what I'm saying, on a national stage like this, man.
To me, it was just it's very shocking. It was worse than the Utah loss in 2008, but I just have to take it, man. You just got to take it because sometimes you got to go down and go up, and we can't go no further lower than this because he comes in next year and he's like, let's say 5-2. He gets 2 losses before we get to game number 8. Boy, it's gonna be blazing over there. Somebody got to go. I mean, you still may want to get rid of people now on the staff. On the staff, whether it's I still say the offensive line coach needs some help. I was calling for his job, but I figured out he was a pretty good recruiter, so I said you got to keep him around. But Kapilovich, man, that offensive line, if you got 1,700 pounds of man up there, and you're not even trying to go straight forward on a 4th and 1. We got problems. It's a disconnect between what somebody wants to do and what somebody else wants to do, because I don't know. That troubled me from the beginning. 4th and 1, you got your wide receiver going left to right, or right to left, I should say.
Yeah. Makes no sense.
Crazy. That's crazy to me. That was before the game was like 3-0.
Yeah, not when you have number 4 in the backfield, man.
And not when you got opportunity to punt it and leave it at 3-0.
That too.
You pull this in your own, you pull that mess in your own side of the field. It was like Lane Kiffin showed up and said, hey, let me call one. Hey, let's do it's jet sweep.
Told you.
Let's do a jet sweep. Yeah, you got to see, look, it's in the book. The book says this, that, and the other, the numbers, you can get 1.5 yards when you feel like it. So do the jet sweep. I'd have punted that ball to the parking lot.
Yeah, bro. You know how I feel. You know how I feel on that stuff right there. Analytics foolishness, man, and going for it on your side of the field is just stupid.
The only thing makes this work almost in your favor. Almost in your favor.
Yeah.
But whatever that may be,
Yeah.
Indiana got to run the table.
Yeah, if Indiana get beat next week, then y'all look even worse, bro.
Exactly. So I got to cheer for Indiana now, sort of?
Yeah, you do.
The birthplace of Kappa Alpha Psi?
Butler, Indiana, Butler.
Oh, Hey man, hey y'all, what happened to Sharp them, bro? I was looking for they cat podcast. Wasn't nobody on there when I looked.
What they left?
Now. They on now.
They on now? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I know they over there peeing fire onto the screen, man. What happened to the Kangaroo Black? Did he have a conniption? And
Oh my God, Kangaroo Black was calm as I don't know what.
What?
Gotta be, man.
Man, he was calm.
Gotta
He
be,
was
man.
calm, man. He
Ain't
was
no use
calm.
of fussing now, because there was pretty early and evident in that second quarter that we were not going nowhere 17-0. You're not coming back from 17-0 two times in a row.
Not against them. They too sound to come back, man, like that.
Right.
Not
It's
against
like
Indiana.
when I can tell you, man, when they went 10-0, I think that was off the Ty Simpson fumble. I'm like, you're giving the game away. But by the time we got to 17, I was like, well, this is done. All you can do now is make it look pretty. And they didn't even do that. Slugged up Durkin and said, was it possible that Bama was so bad at setting the edge?
Man, this is the thing. This is the
Coach
thing.
Roach. Coach Roach.
This is the
Coach
thing.
Roach. You on deck?
When you watch film, and you start seeing the small things
show up.
They start showing up in games like this, especially against a team like Indiana. Like I've been trying to tell people, Indiana is a comparably sound team. They look like Alabama did in the first 4 or 5 years of Nick Saban. They literally look like Alabama when Jim McElwain was the OC, before Lane Kiffin got there. That's exactly how Indiana looks. The exact same offense. We're gonna run the football and we're gonna play action off of that. Yeah, and guess what? We're gonna play sound defense.
And he only needed one boss receiver. That was Julio Jones.
That's it.
That's all we need.
That's exactly what Indiana looks like. They look exactly like how Alabama was set up and everything the first 5 years when Saban was at Alabama.
Slugger Durkin said he going to laugh at Sharp. He going on the Sharpshooters and laugh at them. They got a post-game show on. Wade Lewis, what's going on with you, partner? Where are you at today? In front of a TV, obviously. And
I'm gonna tell you, like this man Tyke was talking about this, Nick. Going forward, you can't even lean toward teams according to conference, man. You got to kind of gather a new formula. Like you gonna have to like pick teams according to like money, NIL acquisitions, and bro, you're gonna really have to like look at these rosters to like really pick teams. You can't.
I think Nick has a rebuttal to what you just said there.
Bro, but you got to think now. You got to think, and I told y'all this. Miami dog walked Ohio State last night. You know what I'm saying? So you can't just say the Big Ten is like the premier conference, bro. Their big horse got dog walked last night by Miami.
Big horse got.
So what I'm saying, you can't just look at a team like that. And if Texas Tech, I told you, Oregon was gonna beat Texas Tech, but Texas Tech, man, they got a heck of a defense. And if they had any offense, they would have beat Oregon.
That's strange
so it's
to hear.
Just like you can't just like look at teams according to conferences anymore.
But GC, SEC, it means more.
No, bro, it's like what NIL has changed everything, bro. NIL has changed conference affiliation. I don't even know how you look at it going into next year. I mean, maybe Nick could tell me. Do you look at it like according to transfer portal rankings? Who has more money available? Like, how do you like even categorize teams at this point?
Looking for an edge. Nick, go. Hold on. Oh, Nick.
All I want to say is this has been the argument that I have been making for the past year.
No, hold up, Nick. Hold up. This is
the argument that I have been making for the past year.
Nick, what we were discussing was pre-NIL stuff.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
No.
I wasn't.
We were talking pre-NIL, Nick.
Okay, no. I wasn't. Go ahead, Nick. I wasn't.
No,
we were talking
we wasn't.
We were talking conference affiliation pre-NIL.
No.
Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna let you finish because
everybody kept saying since 2000. Everybody kept saying since 1998, 2000. I was the one that was saying in recent memory. And I said recent memory was at least 5 years. I was saying that. And I sat here and said the SEC is not the most competitive conference.
But you said the Big Ten was, and what I'm telling you,
and they are. And
no,
if the
not.
big and if
no,
the
they
Big
are
Ten
not.
if the
It-
Big
what I'm-
Ten wins this, if the Big Ten
No,
wins
they
the
are
national
not, bro.
championship,
No,
that
they
is
are not.
3 different teams that
No,
will
they are not.
win that
No,
will
they are
win
not,
the
bro.
big that will win the national championship.
They are not the most competitive conference. What my argument is this: you were saying the Big Ten is more competitive than the SEC. What I'm telling you is, I don't think any Power Four, including the Big 12, at this point with NIL the way it is, I don't think you can say any conference is a dominant conference or more competitive with NIL, because, bro, if Texas Tech get a offense, they'll be able to run the table. You feel what I'm saying?
Was
That's what
that
I'm
not
saying.
my argument the whole
I
time?
disagree. I totally disagree. I still disagree with that argument.
Was that not my
Because-
argument the whole time? My argument was
No.
always look at teams. My argument was
bro,
look at
you
the
were saying-
teams
but
in
you
the
were saying
conference.
but you were saying the Big Ten is more competitive.
No, I
And
was
still
not. I was
disagree with
that was not what I was saying. I just said right here that the Big Ten would be more competitive. And the reason why, let me make my argument again. The argument that I have always been making was, let's stop saying a team is dominant just because they are associated with a conference. Look at the teams. I said every team, every conference has 1 or 2 or 3 teams in the conference that are dominant teams. And then there's a drop off. So let's look at teams. We are basically saying just because 2 or 3 teams in a conference is so good that this conference is the best. Now, when we talk about competitiveness, if you want to look at it as a whole from the conference, if Indiana win the national championship this year, the Big Ten is the most competitive. Most
3 years in a row.
I don't
because
agree
that's
with that.
Michigan,
I don't
that's
agree with it.
Michigan,
I don't
that's
agree with
Ohio
it.
State,
Okay.
and
I
then that
don't
will
agree
be
with it.
Indiana. That will be
I don't-
3 different
but-
teams in that conference
Okay.
that have won national championships.
I
The
don't agree
only
with that,
two
and I'm-
teams, the only 2 teams in the SEC, if we're gonna look at it from a conference-wide perspective, that have won national championships consistently have been Alabama and Georgia. LSU just has that one anomaly in 2019.
Come
But
on, you
other
can't
than
just
that,
throw that
over
out
the
there, though.
history,
That's 3 teams, man.
history of the time,
That's 3 teams. How you just gonna say, well, and throw them out
Okay,
when you say
you right.
LSU?
You right.
That's 3 teams, bro.
You
It's
right.
the same.
you right.
I still
right.
say that tonight,
You right.
because Alabama got destroyed, because my team went out here and laid the biggest goose egg I've ever seen before in my life. Whatever we get doing in the SEC to regurgitate a champion, if Georgia or Ole Miss does not win this national championship, the SEC, quote unquote, in quotations, dominance, it's over with.
Man, you bet, and I'm gonna tell you, this is the mistake we doing. I'm gonna tell you the
Okay.
mistake.
We in
The
the moment,
mistake-
emotions.
The mistake is we're looking at Alabama as like they're still the flagship team in the SEC, and they are not. So we're basing Alabama getting drugged on the SEC power. Alabama was not even in. These cats lost what? This is the 4th game they lost.
4.
So you see what I'm saying? We're still looking at Alabama like they are the flagship team. They are not.
But they
So
were the
you
people,
can't
but they're the
base the whole
team.
SEC on Alabama, who I still say a team got dog walked in the SEC championship and shouldn't have been in the playoffs. But so now we want to look at Alabama and say that's the whole SEC. We already looked at Alabama and knew what Alabama was before they got in the playoffs.
Well,
so
that
now
means,
we acting like they are another team. You feel what I'm
that
saying?
means-
So I don't think that's fair either to base the whole SEC off Alabama's performance, which they had in the SEC championship, minus
Right.
3 yards. They're not that team
I
anymore.
don't know what the stats are right now. Look at the final stats of this game.
36 yards rushing for Alabama. That's what it was.
Yeah, I
net.
mean, come on, bro.
Yes. Here's the thing. You look at Alabama and you look at Georgia because they are the ones that's been in the conference, that's been the one that have been consistently in the SEC championship game, and the ones
been
that
up there.
consistently have been representing this conference in the college football playoff before it went to a 12-team playoff. They have been the 2 teams, the
Right.
standards in this conference. So when you talk about the SEC, you don't talk about Vanderbilt. You don't talk about Ole Miss. You talk about how close Ole Miss got, but they always lose a game. You don't even talk about Auburn no more because that's been 15 years ago. You give LSU the credit because 2019 is in recent fairly memory is recently in memory. You give them the credit, but a year or two from now, you're gonna be looking at it saying, that feel like a long time ago. But the two teams that's consistently still in the conversation is Alabama and Georgia. So that's the reason why we sit here and still look at Alabama and you look at Georgia as the standard of the conference.
No,
update,
bro,
Nick.
not Alabama
Hey,
anymore.
DC Nick.
Not Alabama.
Nick, I got a quick update for you guys.
Okay, all right.
I got a quick update. Net yards 23.
Oh, they netted 23. Never mind.
23.
I was off by 13. Never mind.
I
gave him 13 extra yards.
There were a few sacks there at the end.
Yeah, a little sack, couple sacks. Had to take off. Had to carve that off.
DC. Last year and this year, Alabama has started to fall off after Saban. This is true. But what Nick's trying to point out is the SEC, to a large extent over the last 5-6 years, has become what we used to say about other conferences. They've got two carrying the conference, and then there's everybody else.
Okay,
thank you.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
Hold up.
That's all I'm saying.
What
Clemson carried the ACC.
Hold up.
Clemson carried the ACC.
What
we don't even know. We don't even know who was carrying the Big 12. We thought Utah was going to be that team, but they haven't done it. Arizona State had it last year. Ohio State and Michigan have been the two teams that have carried the Big Ten. Okay, now Oregon and Penn State, Oregon and Penn State have been on the outside looking in.
What I'm telling you, what I'm saying, my point is we are looking at Alabama falsely, bro. They haven't been carrying the conference, is my point.
Alabama has been in the SEC championship game the past two times in the past 3 seasons.
Hold up.
Really?
Hold up, Nick. Hold up. What I'm saying.
Is that not carrying the conference?
No, they're not carrying the conference, bro. They didn't make the playoffs last year.
But they made the playoff. They made the playoffs. They made the playoffs 2 of the last 3 seasons. They've been in the SEC championship game 2 of the last 3 seasons. And if I'm not mistaken, they won an SEC championship game 1 of the last 3 times.
Yeah,
and the team that they played,
I'm looking at Alabama post Nick Saban. You see what I'm saying?
That was Nick Saban. Nick Saban was in there in 2023.
I said I'm looking at Alabama post Nick Saban, and post Nick Saban, Alabama is not carrying the conference. What I'm saying is you're meshing what Alabama was with Nick Saban and bringing that over into the Kalen DeBoer era, which you can't do that. Alabama was just.
He said it was just in the SEC championship game and just made and just
you missing what I'm saying, bro. What I'm saying is we're judging Alabama off of Nick Saban when post Nick Saban, we shouldn't be looking at Alabama in the same light.
And we're resetting.
Hey, DC,
we are resetting.
DC, you're making Nick's point more for him. The SEC's being carried by one team. It ain't even 2 teams this point. It's one team.
No,
it's Georgia.
That's not true. That's not true. And this is what I told Tight. Thought. Listen, it's because of lack of brand recognition that other teams aren't getting recognition. Ole Miss has only lost 1 game, and that's to Georgia.
But Ole Miss has not played for an SEC championship.
But let me make my point, bro. My point is they are in the playoffs. They have only 1 loss. They are ranked higher than Alabama. They have only 1 loss. That's to Georgia, but yet we are saying Alabama is carrying the conference, but we not giving Ole Miss credit because of their brand. You see
nobody has said they're not giving Ole Miss credit.
But hold up.
But Ole Miss
Auburn just said it's 1 team carrying the conference when Ole Miss and Georgia have the same record. So why he didn't say Ole Miss and Georgia are carrying the conference? They both have the same record.
Yeah, I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, DC. I see. Hold on. I see what you're doing, DC, and you twisting the argument to fit the narrative of what you're trying to fit it to. What we're saying is, in the past 7 years, Alabama has been in the SEC championship game more than any other school in the conference.
7 years.
Oh, but we go back to 1998 when we talk about we go back to 1998 when we talk about national championships, though.
Just keep going. You going back?
But we go back to 1998 when we talk about national championships.
Just
though.
keep going. Like what I'm talking about is
which one do we want it to be? Which one do we want it to be? Do we want it to be post Nick Saban, or do we want it to be in history? In the history since the 21st century turn? Which one?
My whole argument and statement I'm making is I'm talking about we have to judge teams differently because of the NIL era. That's what I said from the beginning. That's all my statement.
NIL was enacted in 2021.
Is that Maxine Waters?
So if we talking NIL era, Alabama has won a national championship and has been to the college football playoff at least 4 times. If we're talking NIL era.
The NIL era,
and Georgia has won 2 national championships back to back. No other SEC team.
I agree.
SEC team until the 12-team playoff. No other SEC team except for Alabama and Georgia made the playoff.
I get it, but I agree with you. But what I'm stating is when you're talking about when the NIL first came in. You're starting to see the effect now. When the NIL first came in, Nick Saban, cats were giving Nick Saban a discount to play for Alabama. You feel what I'm saying? So that NIL hadn't taken hold yet. And you see Nick Saban stepped out right before the everything collapsed. We just hadn't seen the effect of NIL when it first came in. Now we are seeing the effect. And my whole statement, where I don't disagree with you a lot of points, my statement was just that now that this NIL has kicked in the way it's kicked in, and we're seeing it, you can't even say any conference is dominant.
But that has been my argument the whole time. But every time I would say that, somebody would be like, "No, man, the SEC still dominant."
Nick, your argument was not that any conference aren't dominant, because we did the show.
My argument has always been look at teams.
But
that has always been my argument.
We did the show where you was like the Pac-12 was better than the
was
SEC.
More exciting than the SEC that year. Yes, I said that.
You said it was better. So my point is,
I think he said more exciting, because I agree with him, because them games.
We didn't say, bro. We can go pull the show up. We did it on your show.
Come on, man.
Nick. We put the team side by side and say who would beat each other. It wasn't about excitement. You were saying that the Pac-12 was better. Hold up.
Bama was never the brand Saban was. He said Nick got on the red headband tonight. That's basically the skull equivalent of the Black Air Force One.
Oh man,
Nick on that time. He on demon time. Nick on demon time.
That's hilarious.
Go ahead, guys.
That's hilarious.
But I know we can go on with this, but I want to ask a question though. But can we all agree that in the SEC it does not mean more?
Yes, I agree. I've been saying that for the longest.
I disagree, bro. I disagree. I disagree from the standpoint of that you're sliding teams like Ole Miss and Vanderbilt, who have better records than Alabama. Just because Alabama, LSU, and Florida, those brands aren't big anymore, but you have the Ole Misses and Oklahomas and Vanderbilt with before their bowl game only had 2 losses. Ole Miss with 1 loss, but we don't want to recognize them as good teams and carrying the conference because of their brand.
Here's what I say about Vanderbilt.
If Vanderbilt was Florida and had only a 2-loss season, and then if LSU was Ole Miss and only had 1 loss, we would be like the SEC is powerful. But it's because teams that are lesser teams that don't have the brand name have better records. We don't acknowledge them at all.
No one is saying you doing, DC. Because nobody has sat here and discounted. Nobody has sat here and discounted Ole Miss. Nobody sat here and discounted Tennessee.
Yes, they are.
My argument is, if you're looking at this, before the 12-team playoff was instituted, the only 2 teams that have consistently been in the playoff conversation that were attached to the SEC have been Alabama and Georgia. They've been the ones that have been propping up the conference. Now, when you introduce the 12-team playoff, yes, you're going to get Tennessee in there. Yes, Ole Miss is going to get in there. Yes, you're going to get Oklahoma in there. because a lot of those teams are going to be in there because they were highly ranked preseason and they don't lose many games. So they're not going to fall as far. So yes, when you introduce 12 teams, those teams will get in. But the ones that have been consistently propping up the conference have been the ones that have been consistently in the college football playoff when it was 4 teams.
Right.
One of them literally jumped an undefeated ACC champion to get in the playoffs in 2023.
They didn't jump them. They did.
They
didn't jump them. They put Florida State
They
out.
literally put them in over Florida State, who was an undefeated ACC champion.
Yeah, but
they've been propped up in the come on. You can I get what you're doing. I get what you're doing, DC. I understand what you're doing. I understand what you're doing. But we cannot sit here and say that Alabama and Georgia have not been the standards of this conference.
Okay,
since then.
Right, you're saying pre 12 team playoffs. What I'm saying is, bro, in the 12 team playoffs, who had the most teams? The SEC had 5 teams. We're talking about elimination. The SEC has eliminated themselves too. Alabama eliminated Oklahoma. So you see what I'm saying? We had 5 teams in. The Big Ten only had 3 teams in. So you can't say the SEC is not a dominant conference. They had 5 teams in the playoff in the 12 team playoff.
How many teams in the Big Ten? If we're gonna keep doing this, conference thing, didn't the Big Ten have like 5 teams in there last year?
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
They had 4.
Exactly. They had more than the SEC, if I'm not mistaken. They had more than the SEC.
What I'm saying is,
not last year. The SEC did not have 5 last year.
They didn't. They had like 3 in, I think.
Exactly. So if that's your argument, you got to make the same argument for the Big Ten as well, because they had more in 2024 as well.
Right. But the discussion is this year and saying this year the SEC.
No, the discussion is not this year. The discussion is which team has been the standard of the conference.
No, I was just going off what Tyke said. Is right now the SEC does not mean more. That's the conversation. Tyke made that point. He said the SEC does not mean more, and we're talking about what just happened to Alabama.
Alabama beat 5 top 25 SEC suckers.
Okay, but that's my point. Is I don't think the SEC is like this great fall.
And we lost to Florida State.
That y'all are like making it to be, because we're trying to judge it off Alabama getting drugged, and they were not the best team in the SEC.
So I know it's going to solidify this. If Georgia beats the smoke out of Ole Miss.
Yeah, all I'm saying is we shouldn't be just judging the conference off of Indiana beating Alabama.
I'm going to judge them, because if Georgia goes in and beat the smoke out of Ole Miss, which I don't think they will, but if they do beat them by like 10, 12 points, what are we left with?
Bro, they putting the SEC teams against each other to eliminate each other.
So to your point,
you gotta look at the seeding too.
I just want to clear something up.
2 SEC teams.
I just want to clear something up factually.
2 SEC teams.
Well, that's what happened with Oklahoma.
I just want to clear something up. I just want to factually clear something up real quick.
That's what I'm saying. So
I just want to factually clear something up real quick. I just want to factually clear something up real quick. You say the SEC had 5 teams in this year, and the Big Ten had 3. It was flipped last year. The Big Ten had 5 in last year. The SEC had 3.
They had 4.
No, they had 5.
The Big Ten had 5 in?
The Big Ten had 5 in. They had
4.
They had Ohio State. Right. They had Penn State, Indiana, Ohio State. Excuse me. Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana.
Indiana was in there early.
Oregon. And well, if you want to attach Notre Dame to them, you can. But Notre Dame, it depends on how you want to do that.
So that's 5, right?
They had 4. Notre Dame is not in their conference. They have 4.
That's fine. If you don't want to attach them, that's fine. So that's still more than what the SEC had. The SEC had 1.
They had 3.
2, 3. That's it.
Tennessee made it last year, right?
I said,
Tennessee, Texas, Georgia. Tennessee, Texas, and Georgia was another team.
That's it.
That's it. It's only 3. But my point is, I'm just speaking to, like Tyke said, the SEC. He said the SEC does not mean more. I'm speaking to that.
It doesn't.
We beat too many SEC teams to get blown out like this.
But you're like basing it off of Alabama.
Yes,
thank you, Tyke.
I got crimson color glasses.
Basing it off of Alabama, bro.
And you want to know why I'm saying thank you, Tyke? Because in the pregame show, put up Indiana's schedule.
Yeah.
It was like, there is no SEC teams getting beat by 30 plus points on the schedule.
Nope.
And Indiana just went out here and just beat Alabama
by 30 points.
By 35 points. So I'm sitting here saying,
bro, I'm not putting. Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro. Go
I'm
ahead.
sitting here saying, let's stop this. Let's stop this whole conference. You use the conference because if the conference can aid and benefit you in getting better positioning, use it all day long. But let's look at these teams. It's all I've been saying for the longest. That's all I've been saying.
And
That's
really,
it.
if Ole Miss beat Georgia by 13, it's like either way, this has to be an even competition going into this game. If somebody comes out with more than like a 10-point victory, I'm gonna be like, and if it's Georgia, it makes my point even worse, to be honest. Like, Georgia's ready, but nobody else seems to be ready.
Yeah, my point is this is my point, bro. I just don't agree with basing the whole conference off Alabama getting beat.
But Alabama has been the standard of the conference.
But Alabama is not that Alabama anymore for us to look at them and be like, we're going to base the whole SEC on Alabama. They haven't been that team for 2 years.
They just made the playoffs. They just made the playoffs.
They shouldn't have been in the playoffs, and that's what I talked about on the show Sunday. They shouldn't have been in the playoffs.
Okay.
Notre Dame should have been in the playoffs.
Okay.
I'm
not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you there. But the thing of the fact is that they are in the playoffs.
No, I agree, but I'm just saying I just don't agree with us saying that Alabama is the standard of the SEC anymore. They're not.
Mark Cuban gave $6 million late 2024, early 2025 to support the Indiana University Rugby Club.
Lord have mercy.
Let me tell you something. That means that every dollar they went in there, they put it somewhere else, and everything they probably paid for some softball, they played for some volleyball, and they took everything they got and stuffed it in that football team. Because Mark Cuban done pay. That got to be their whole budget for NIL for every team on campus.
And that's what I'm saying, man. Going forward, it's not about the Big 10, SEC, Big 12, and all these conferences, like really like who is the best team. It's about, bro, like finding who got the most money at this point.
I disagree with that. That's what I disagree with. I disagree. You look at a team like Texas Tech and you be like, okay, Texas Tech paid a lot of money to get a lot of players on their roster, and
they paid a lot of money.
And you saw the difference there.
Yeah,
I don't necessarily agree that you have to follow the money. Yeah, money is important. I look at this is where, and me and Titan had we had this conversation before. I was like,
sure.
With this version of NIL, it makes the average fan have to actually be more attentive to what production of players look like in the roster. That's the reason why I sat here and said on this here Bill Clinton Al Gore's internet at the beginning of the season that Mississippi State was gonna win 6 games and go to a bowl game. And guess what? Mississippi State is about to play Wake Forest in a bowl game.
But they didn't win 6 games. Though, Nick.
They didn't win 6 games.
They about to win 6 in this bowl game, though.
They got grandfathered in because nobody didn't want to come to the
It don't matter. They won 5.
Come on, Nick. Come on,
They won 5.
They
won 5. I was there. I was there. It was the biggest improvement. The biggest improvement. The biggest improvement. The biggest improvement in the SEC was Mississippi State.
Nick,
the reason why I sat up here and said that because Nick, I looked at the roster and I said,
"You was wrong, Nick.
Stop it.
I was not wrong. I'm not wrong.
Wrong, Nick.
No, I'm not wrong.
6 games.
I'm not wrong because if they win in the bowl game, they gonna win 6
because nobody would take it.
That don't mean anything. That ain't my fault. If they win the game, that's 6 games.
They did not earn a bowl berth, bro.
That don't mean anything.
They didn't win 6 games.
Like what I want to. Mississippi State had the biggest turnaround in college football because actually the question for that show was which team would have the biggest turnaround in college football. And I said Mississippi State.
Man. I don't know.
That's what I said.
They did not win 6 games in regular season. No,
it is what it is. It is what it is.
No, bro.
I don't care.
You was going good. You was going good at first.
I sat up here and said it, and guess what? They win 6 games. They win 6. It is what it is.
No,
come on, man.
Y'all can laugh all y'all want to, but y'all can't sit here and say y'all can laugh all y'all want to. But my analysis on Mississippi State was right on point. That's all I'm saying. My analysis on Mississippi State was on point. Stop
it. We need to get back to the important question though. Alabama has lost. They're out of the playoffs. So
Yes,
how do
sir.
y'all's tomorrow look, Tight?
Oh, is the sun come up? We're gonna be right back in the playoffs.
No, I'm talking about the portal, transfer portal.
Oh yeah.
How y'all gonna look tomorrow?
That's right.
Because now that you're not in the playoffs anymore, not playing anymore, all those people can now announce it. How y'all gonna look tomorrow? I have no clue.
We should be walking at least 8 to 10 players to the portal.
Wow, Tight.
Wow.
Dang, Tight.
Wow.
Dang.
Oh, it's hard, but it's fair. It's hard, but it's fair. Some people gotta go.
Dang, Tight. You
encourage
said
other
walk them
people
to the door?
Work them to the door, take some of them and give them agents. Like, yeah, you need an agent because, son, you done here.
Dang, Tight. That's
and I'm not just talking about Ryan Williams by himself.
Dang, Tight. You want to get rid of Ryan Williams?
Yeah.
Oh, he costs a lot. He costs a lot.
Tight. Come on, Tight. Come on. You want to get rid of Wyatt? What? You want to get rid of Ty Simpson?
Time to move on. Because, see, I want to get this Du Bois experiment fully implemented. I would even take, to be honest, I would take everybody who, like in Nick Saban in their last year, who were with Nick Saban. I'm going to analyze them, and some of them got to go. So he can make way for his players.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? So we can get in this new thing. So I want no excuses. So when it's time to start popping folks next year, defensive or offensive coordinators, because we know we're not going to get rid of the boy no time soon. Let's speed this thing up. Oh, I got to get my players in here. Because I start hearing that kind of stuff, or we're one player away. No, go on, get him in there now, champ. Come on, get him on in there.
You're not saying Kalen DeBoer is saying we're close.
No, I'm not saying he didn't say that. He really don't talk like that. But if he ain't
breaking news for the Auburn front, just got a report. Eric Singleton is going to declare for the NFL draft. Eric Singleton Jr. is declaring for the NFL draft.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
He should, man. He should.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations,
man. Good luck.
That should be coming across y'all Twitter feeds in a minute.
I can't deal with Twitter, man. My therapist says stay away from Twitter. Not good for me. But thank you for the breaking news. It's time to rip it up. Let's take some of the see the saving pitches and stuff gonna be still, laying around. But if you want to get rid of them, you got to build your own team. So he's probably more than halfway there. So Lawson's gonna be gone. I think Justin Jefferson's gonna be gone, and Tim Keenan's gonna be gone. So you're gonna have those natural people falling off. But if it's a couple people hanging around, and you costing me too much money, and you're not willing to negotiate down, hey, because the people in the portal we could go get. Now, I mean, not just talking about a Cam Coleman, but there are people we can go get.
But let me ask you this: you say he don't have his own people in the third year. You hoping he gonna have more of his own people? But is that possible in the transfer portal era? Y'all could lose your whole team after the. You know what I'm saying? So will a coach ever get his own players? Because we're looking at, man, a whole new quarterback room for the second season in a row.
But be honest, I hope we don't end up with an empty quarterback room. But if you pick that next quarterback, lineman, tackle, whatever, in this era, those are your players.
Okay.
Because like Peyton Thorne that's his player, right? He went and got him, gave him money. Jackson, all that stuff, that's your players. You just pick somebody that got less eligibility than a freshman. And I still don't know what these doggone JUCO players are. Where they at? Got to be somebody in JUCO. It got to be somebody in JUCO that's ripping people's heads off, and he over there because he had a 5.8 on the SAT. Where is he at? Go get him.
Oh, y'all want y'all Trinidad Chambliss. I got you.
Yeah, they out there making plays and stuff. I'm like, Fernando, man, forget Trinidad. Where was Mendoza? Where was Mendoza?
He said we want Mendoza. That's what he said. He said we want Mendoza.
I want a Mendoza at left tackle. More importantly, I want a Mendoza running back. I mean, I want a Mendoza middle linebacker. I don't want to be playing around.
So with the portal only being one portal this year, you think they should move the portal back? So that it doesn't even open till after the championship game. So these teams that are still playing aren't at the extreme disadvantage of trying to split between still practicing, still coaching your team, and trying to work the portal at the same time.
I agree with that.
I give you my calendar in a minute.
One of these retired coaches was saying that the whole thing needs to be moved back to the point where the national championship game happens today.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree with. There's no reason to be carrying over into the second semester of academics, and you still got a first semester activity still happening. You just move this stuff back into the summer, man. Play these boo-boo games. Week 0 is early August.
Here's how I would like. Here's how I think the calendar should go.
Mm-hmm.
I think the college football season should officially start in May. It's my thought process.
I think
no. This is what I'm saying. I think the calendar should go like this. I think the second week of May is when the transfer portal should open.
Mm-hmm.
You have 3 weeks with the transfer portal. You have second week of May to the end of May with the transfer portal. I think spring practices should be moved to the second week of June through the second week of July. So you get 34 days of practice. All right. You get off. You have SEC Media Days the third week of July. Then fall camp starts the second week of August. The first games are the first weekend of September. You get one bye week. The final game is the end of November.
Right.
The last weekend of November is the final games. The next week, which is the first week of December, you have your conference play-in games. That's when the college football playoffs start. You have your conference play-in games. And everybody, if you watch the video, I think each conference, each powerful conferences, each conference you have 4 representatives. The top 2 teams in the conference get that week by doing that conference play-in. 3 through 6 will play each other, and then those 2 teams will play to get into.
Does it include?
No, this does not include the G5. The G5 has their own. The G5 will have their own. Playoff. I'm just saying.
Question.
And 3 through 6 from each conference will play each other to see who will be the next 2 representatives, and then from there, the committee. This is the only place where the committee is involved. They will rank those 16 teams, and anybody that play in the conference play-in weekend cannot be ranked above 9th. They only be ranked 9th through 16, and then from there, once they rank, let the playoffs fall where they may.
And we finished by when?
I agree with that.
You'll be finished by the second week of January.
I agree with that.
On behalf of the group of 5, I'm offended.
Hey, that's fine. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean,
why they can't have a play in and get in?
Because look, by the way the rules are set up now, they deserve to be in. By the way the rules are set up now, they deserve to be in. Okay, but if you look at it from a totality standpoint of when we talk about strength of schedule, when we talk about strength of record, and just the grind they have to go through, right? It doesn't match. And you saw that with the JMU and Tulane. It just doesn't match. So I mean, let them have their own playoff, because if you would have put JMU and Tulane in a G5 national championship game, it would have been a great game. But now you have to put them in the first round of the playoffs against Ole Miss and an Oregon, and now that game is just unwatchable.
But I will remind you that 100 years ago, Alabama was thought the Southern football was seen as a joke.
Well, that's 100 years ago, Tyke. We are in 2026.
I'm just saying. How does JMU or Tulane become Indiana ever?
But see, there's other things. There's other things to that.
You're locking them out. They would never rise.
No. I'm not locking them out because there are other things. That's just the calendar. What it actually is, I think there should be a regulation. Yes, I think you should have the Power 4 conferences. I think you have the G5, and I think you should have the Division 2. And I think every 5 years, each team can go through a reclassification period based on, revenue, based on what your NIL looks like, based on what your recruiting class is looking like, and based on how your wins are. So basically, every 5 years, a G5 team can come in and be regulated up to a Power 4 conference. And if there is a Power 4 team that is not producing, you can regulate them back down to the G5. That's just how I see it. And then the Division 2, if a Division 2, like a Division 2 North Dakota State, you can't tell me a Division 2 North Dakota State cannot play a G5 team and be competitive.
I see what you're talking about. In a world where courts and lawyers don't exist, you can have your way. But I'm not going to put $15 years of millions of dollars into my athletic organization at Tulane, at JMU, at Memphis, or whatever, and then have you come in telling me we don't count no more. Not even for 5 years.
Hey, Tulane chose not to count. That's all on Tulane.
They could have been in the SEC, tight. You know this.
They were in the SEC, and they went, we can't do this football team. We quit.
But then you changed the money structure, and you didn't change the dues system that I've been paying, and I done added all these stinking female sports and male sports to make me match up. No, man, give me my money back, and I'll leave.
Look at this. Oh, I thought it
was Georgia moving the ball.
Okay.
Let me see this chat real quick. Bama was never the brand. Auburn thought he said the roster is going to get ravaged. It's going to be a mass exodus. PhD said, as long as that Ryan Grubb. Stan Howard said, I thought Mississippi State was going to win 10 games. Man, you drinking?
Mass exodus, but is their washer or dryer enter the portal?
Yeah, I think so.
Who said that last night? Somebody
Ed
said
21,
that.
Ed Darby.
That's what he said.
He said Auburn's washer or dryer entered the portal.
Into the portal. That was so funny.
No,
man.
I saw that post I saw today with what's the Eagles' name? It said the Eagles going into the portal.
Tiger.
Oh yeah, Spirit entering the portal.
Spirit enters the portal. She's going to Boston College out here.
Oh my God.
Boston College got Eagles. I think it's the Browns, but they can work it out.
That'd be all right.
Slugged up Durkin. What he says? So the boy going to take the training wheels off. Yeah, exactly. Take the training wheels off and let this thing fly. PhD says, what PhD? Where are you?
Yeah, I thought PhD was still in here.
Yeah,
I am still in here.
Oh, there she goes.
Because y'all be talking all over each other and all of that. So
we crazy.
I already know that, but it's just hard to know when to jump in because it gets a little.
She used to throwing that book on the desk like bam, silence.
No, I've been listening, but I've been wanting to chime in, but didn't know.
Go ahead, chime on in.
No, go ahead. Keep going through your chat. So right quick.
No, I'm done. That's why I came to you. I was like, why are you
yours? What you got to say?
Yeah.
So I just read that Ty he has a fractured rib. So
that'll do it.
Yeah.
That would do it. I think it was hurt.
That's what I was seeing. I thought that's probably what happened. He had to get x-rays, so he went to street clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he did. Nick, when did you say again? When did you say the season start? When did you say to have the season?
So the official off season will start the second week of May.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you'll have the portal open up. Then it'll be for 3 weeks to the end of May, and then spring practice would be moved to June, which would be from the second week of June to the second week of July. And then the third week of July would be SEC Media Days. And then you'll have that little time off until the second week of August when fall camp will start. And then the first games would be the first weekend of September. Every team gets one bye week. And then the last game would be the last weekend of November. And then that following weekend in December would be the conference play-in games. So each conference of the Power Four teams will get 4 representatives. The top 2 teams in the conference would get that bye week during that play-in weekend, and then 3 through 6. So 3 would play 6, 4 would play 5 for each conference. And those 2 teams, the teams that win those 2 games would be the teams that move to the next round of the playoffs. And then the only time the committee is involved is when they would seed those 16 teams from those 4 conferences. And any team that played in the play-in games could not be seated above 9th. So the only teams that would be seated 1 through 8 would be the teams that finished 1 and 2 in their conference. And then every team that played in the play-in game would only be the highest team could only be seated 9th, could be the highest seed they could be. And then from there you just let the playoffs play through. And then if you do it that way, you'll be done with the playoffs by the second week of January. National championship game will be the second week of January.
Second week?
Yes.
Before
and then
MLK
from there,
or after?
It'll be like right that same weekend, that same week.
I just want to get out of the same year, man. Just had this thing over with. And I don't know why. Even if you put the group of 5 conferences into a 4-game play-in for their top 1 team, whatever, I just think they deserve to be to be included because you just never know, man. It'll make for some interesting football talk if somebody does finally win.
So can I chime in to respond to my
yeah,
question?
definitely. Yeah.
So it sounds like you're saying expand it to 16 teams.
Yes. But the 16 teams would not just be for the Power Four. The G5 will have their own 16 team playoff as well, and then of course Division II already has theirs. And then there's other things around it too, like a regulation period every 5 years. You get to have teams in the Power Five, in the Power Four, in the G5, in Division II, and then teams can be regulated between each conferences. So lower tier Power Four teams, if they're not producing, can be regulated down to the G5, and then some of your higher performing G5 teams, could be regulated up to the P4. Just as some of your Division II teams could come into the G5 ranks as well. And it would be based on like revenue, based on recruiting, based on like, the stuff, facilities that we all like, the vanity stuff that everybody looks at. And, looking at your NIL budget and stuff like that. That's what it will be based on, to see if it can handle moving up or if it needs to move down for the next 5 year period.
So a couple of things. I think you said something about teams could only have one bye week.
Yeah, one bye week during the season. Yes.
During the season.
Yes, the regular season.
What would be the positive of that, of having teams have one bye week? Now, I'm not talking. And not have any other time to rest. You only get 1 week off for a whole.
That's what's about to happen next season. Non-conference games. There's only going to be one bye week next season.
So all right, yeah. So because I know. So then it goes back to, why would this system be better than what we had before, when you had the national championship game that was at least the second week of January, meaning because when it was under the BCS.
BCS, yeah, that's the main thing. If people want the playoff, that's the system that you would have. Now, if you want to go back to the BCS, then just go back to the BCS, and that was the perfect thing. And then the thing
it was perfect. That's why I didn't understand why it got changed.
Auburn fans, we would say different. Auburn fans would say different. It wasn't that bad.
Okay, well, take the individuality out of it.
That's what I'm just saying. I agree with what you're saying.
I didn't understand why we changed it anyway. And of course, I put my academic brain on, and I'm thinking, well, shoot, the national championship game is January 19th. Guess when these people go back to school?
January 19th. That's when I started.
No, classes. When classes start.
Oh, I started back class on the 19th. I know that. I was just saying.
Across the country, they're changing that. Now it's getting earlier. So most of us, I'm at Tuskegee, of course, but still, even Alabama, because I was surprised. They start classes next week. They didn't do that for years.
I want to be finished by January 1st.
I'm just saying is that these students, this is also why I get frustrated with the NIL conversation and the transfer portal stuff, is this whole conversation is now about money. And I'm not saying it's just because of what I do for a living, but these are students, and that has been lost. Now we're talking about a national championship game being on January 19th, and these students go back to classes next week. Majority of them.
Very true.
So where's the student part of it? And I think that's being lost now that we got this NIL transfer portal stuff. It's like, this was not the NFL. These are kids.
Here is my rebuttal to that.
When we get that collective bargaining agreement, it will be.
Here's my rebuttal to that. I think the word student was added by the NCAA just so they wouldn't have to pay players back in the day.
Yeah, that's why they added it. Yeah.
That's the reason why they added student in front of it. Because
DC PhD, I've always told y'all, get ready for the Crimson Tide is sponsored by the University of Alabama. It's going to take them off campus after a while.
Okay, but these are athletes who are students. I'm just saying that regardless, they're still students.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, PhD. If you don't, let's look at this, because I think we had this conversation at one point in time too. If you don't give them athletic scholarships and you just pay them NIL, are they still students at that point in time?
Well, here's the thing. As somebody who went to the University of Alabama and sat in classes with the 92 championship team. And I'm specifically mentioning that team because it had those top players. And one of them was in a class with me trying to cheat. And I turned around and looked at them and I said, it was Brit Lit too. And they came from this small Alabama town.
No, she said the class was British literature.
British literature. I thought
was British. Yeah, British literature.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so them even trying to talk old English was whack anyway. And they're trying to cheat off of me. And I turned around and I said, you don't need to cheat because you are such a so-and-so. You're going to pass this class regardless. Wow. And I saw money being passed in those students' hands. I'm not talking about just football, also basketball, because I went to school with Latrell Sprewell. You know, I knew all those players too.
Mr. Choke 'em out.
So it was, hey, money was being passed around, cars, you saw that stuff happening, not like it is now. But with the money, as a college professor, it's hard to teach them before they had NIL. Can you imagine what it's like now to try to have these students come in where they're essentially aren't even students, they're employees of the university, and they make way more money than you do as a professor. What are you supposed to do with that?
Right, because
that's my point.
Make only $800,000.
So why? I mean, so where's the? I guess what I'm saying is we're no longer going to have academics now because we have NIL, and everybody is not going to go to the NFL or the NBA or the Olympics or whatever like that. That's just not the reality of it.
I think they're going to remove these football teams from these schools eventually, and they're going to have to do a collective bargaining agreement. But see, do not think that these college athletic directors and presidents don't know that they don't want a collective bargaining agreement because it causes you to pay people at UTEP. They don't want to play people at UTEP. You get a collective bargaining agreement. But people that's at Wake Forest got to get paid. See, they pay a lot of money now, but the amount of money they have to pay up under the collective bargaining agreement, which will get rid of everybody's thing, let us get out of this, change the CFP to start and finish inside of the one semester. It has to be done on a collective bargaining agreement. They won't do it because there are still people that could be getting paid that are not getting paid.
That's a good point.
Well, that's the other part. Where is the equity? Well, there's no. I mean, I don't know if there's a such thing as equity.
That's the collective bargaining agreement.
Where's the equity in that? Right?
You don't have one.
So slugged up Durkin. I get what you're saying, but as somebody that was a non-scholarship athlete for a very quick semester,
that's a quick semester.
Very quick semester, and a walk-ons do that all the time. I mean, well, they don't walk-ons don't get paid, but it was a very small time, And
D1,
I understood at one point in time, like, I can't do this.
And if you are a collegiate walk-on now at a school that doesn't offer scholarships, you can unionize. There's a Dartmouth case where they took their school to court and was like, we got to do too much stuff and you won't let us go get jobs. What is going on? So they sued so they can have the ability to go out and get jobs. So it's like it's still court cases out there still being resolved. So it's a lot to it, man. But
I mean, I just think about the athletes who happen to be students. I don't know. I mean, there's something to having an education, whatever that looks like, you know what I mean? But I'm not talking about if you go to a technical school, because that's not what we're talking about in terms of this conversation. We're talking about young people who are not going to can't fall on or think that they're going to get an NIL deal. We know that's not going to be everybody. That's just not the reality. And even those that might get an NIL deal that look great in college, hey, what's going to happen to you when you get to the draft? I mean, who see? Or all it takes is one play. I was at that game years ago where Pro should have been out of the game.
Yeah.
Right? Never should have stayed in that game. And I was near that end zone and immediately saw what happened to him before they did the instant replay and put it on the Jumbotron in the stadium. And that's when everybody saw it. And his career was done. And then I walk into Regions Bank on Bryant Drive, and guess who I see? Honest living. But guess who I see standing there as a teller? Pro Throw.
Wow.
So all it takes is one
nasty play.
One nasty play.
But speaking of nasty play, what are we gonna do to get Grub out of town? I mean, back into.
Wow.
We need to sit.
I agree.
Wow.
Not out of town, but he needs to be forced.
Drive up to Tuscaloosa? I'm too.
He needs to be forced to go into a room, watch the film, then watch Nick Saban coach the same game against similar teams, and just like, bro, this ain't rocket science. Why are you trying to do magic in the middle of a gospel concert?
I'm debating if I want to watch his post game press. I don't even know if I want to listen. I mean, I will, but I don't even know what is it going to. What really can Grub say?
The boy's not gonna, he probably Grub may not speak until a week or so from now, because the boy's gonna take it all himself.
He's gonna have to. No. That's not gonna fly. He's got to go back to Tuscaloosa. I'm sorry. He's gonna have to say something.
I mean,
we can't give him a week.
Seattle, when I read on the reason he was let go by Seattle is because his ineffectiveness to run the ball.
Did he just say the University of Phoenix is offered a Taco Bell NIL deal? Oh, it's
He said that.
Wasn't there like, was it SMU or somebody that offered like a all-you-can-eat biscuit NIL deal? Players could come there and play.
No, that was actually New York Marshall. Marshall had a NIL deal that was it was breakfast biscuits all day for Marshall football players.
I knew one of those schools. I'd heard about it.
They won the conference. Then that coach promptly left and went to USM, and then he promptly left, and he's now the coach of Memphis.
Yep.
Hey Nick, I had a question for you about your calendar.
Yeah.
Where would you put National Signing Day?
I will put National Signing Day back where it originally is, February. It'll give like the thing is like I just feel I don't. Here's the thing. I don't. The reason why I would have the official season start the second week of May is because normally, and most universities are the same, normally finals start the last week of April. Mm-hmm. And normally you have that 1 week. Well, this is how it was at South. Normally finals is the last week of April and it moves into the first week of May. Mm-hmm. And then normally you would have graduation that first weekend. And then that second weekend, everybody's gone. So that would give them time to finish out the semester, finish classes, finish the finals, and then when they get done, then they have a 3-week period from the second week of May to the end of May to go visit whatever school if they decide they want to hit the transfer portal to figure out how they want to do that, visit as many as they need to and get it done. And the thing with National Signing Day is the reason why I would put it back in February is because, man, if you a senior in high school and you sign in December and they expecting you to be on campus in January so you can be ready for spring practice, man, you miss prom. Man, a lot of these dudes play basketball, which means they're gonna miss basketball season. They're just gonna miss a lot of things in your senior year that you just gonna miss in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like final semester of high school, you're gonna miss. So let those kids have at least some sort of, I don't know, last bit of fun before they get into what's gonna be considered a regiment, and then the guys, spring practice will start. All the practices will start in June.
You're basing this around schools that are on the quarter system.
Well,
because there's some school. No, that's quarters.
No, semester.
That's quarters. You're doing quarters.
Hello, what? Is it?
Instead of trimesters.
No, what he just said is semester system.
Well, what do you do with the schools that are on the quarter system that have a?
You talking about what they have?
Like there's two different calendars in college. Some of them run quarters, and some of them run trimesters.
Still running quarters right now?
Liberty does.
Yeah, there's some schools that still run.
A real football school.
Liberty University.
They still waiting for a real football school.
Oh, come on, Tight.
They're G5. Tight, you want to defend the G5? They're G5.
They're G5 schools, Tight.
Well, they would have to change all that.
Hey man, low key gotta work because you get 8 weeks. You get 8 weeks to do basically 16 weeks of work.
No, that's all right. We can move on. Just
Hey,
fix your ish.
I got my last degree on a school that ran 8-week.
So did I. Didn't like it.
And you would instead of doing 4 classes for 16, you would do 2 for 8, then 2 more for 8,
Yep.
and that would be the term.
Yep.
It'd be early term, late term.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that. I don't like it. Makes me feel funny.
Hey.
You felt rushed. You felt rushed in a lot of classes. You really did.
Yeah,
yeah,
you
you
can't
do.
rush me. It's perfection working over here. Yeah, I don't want. So I take my time, man, because I mean, I'm gonna hit when I'm that age, I'm gonna hit a lick, and I gotta get into something for about 2.5 weeks. I catch up with them classes later. You know what I'm saying? A player gotta play. You know what I'm saying? A player got to play after midterms. I need a break. You know what I'm saying?
So
If I'm carrying the A, I'm gonna miss a couple classes because I ain't getting up. No, I'm saying, I'm just playing. Study hard.
That's true. Now, while you playing, that is kind of true. You got a little leeway in there. You can miss a class or 2.
So Ty, can I share right quick?
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No.
Let me read this. Quarter semesters, and during the summer they have mini mesters. I don't like that either. Go ahead, PhD.
So our what am I trying to say? Remote correspondent said overall it was a good season. We made the playoffs and we're one of the last 8 teams left. Indiana is clearly as advertised, so we'll regroup and be ready for next season.
That was. I'm gonna start talking like that like a week about Tuesday. I'll be on that on Tuesday. Today I am like, let's burn somebody at the stake right now.
Tight's like I'm having flashbacks to Bill Curry.
Man, Ray Perkins.
Now you remember when those fans went out and started throwing bricks through Bill Curry's office windows and all that stuff.
Can't lose to Auburn 3 times in a row. I get it.
He was 10-2. He was 10-2 every year.
Like 10-2. We don't care. You lost to Auburn. You know what I'm saying? They didn't care, man. It was a brutal life back then, man. I'm glad they reined that stuff in, got him up out of there, and we went from good to worse.
I mean, I will say DeBoer and them, they will have some time because students aren't going to be back probably till Tuesday or Wednesday.
This is a train wreck. I mean, a 10-point loss or less was great, but this
is atrocious.
This is backbreaking. Like you said, I don't know. Yeah, I was expecting really 10, 15 people to jump in the portal, but some people are going to be scared like, ooh, I made the wrong decision. And I hope that the recruiting staff have been working on the portal to see who they can get just in case, because I think they may need to know. They can literally lose 20, 25 people and really need to replace 15 of them immediately with people that are not coming out of high school.
And as I don't know who said it earlier, I'm not mad at the defense just saying, you know what, y'all can have this because they've been working hard. I mean, I don't know what more you wanted them to do.
Yeah, that way they was calling it offense just makes the defense just wonder, like, I got to go back, man. That 4th and 1, first of all, was not necessary to take that 4th and 1. Second of all, it was the dumbest play that you could call at that time to me. I mean, it ain't like you were running the ball effectively. Thank you for not coming out into the shotgun, but the doggone, no, they were in the pistol. But doing that jet sweep with any of the backs, I mean, tush push, something, tight end sneak. That was a crazy play. I just say punt the ball. You hadn't figured it out. You're not going to figure it out right now. Punt the ball, give yourself another chance.
That was a Lane Kiffin decision and a Hugh Freeze play call. Wildcat jet sweep. That's a Hugh Freeze type call, but it was a Lane Kiffin decision.
I'm looking at sharpshooters. That's all they got in there. People are talking about just that play just broke everybody's back. It was just crazy.
And Ole Miss is moving the ball again.
They are, watching that. I forgot too. One of my first cousins, went to school in Indiana. I haven't reached out to him yet. He hasn't said anything. I think he might have forgot where I went to school.
Catch him up in a week after they lose. Ole Miss is balling.
They are. I hope Ole Miss wins.
I picked Ole Miss to win this game.
I did too.
If Ole Miss wins, I went 3 for 4 this round of the playoffs.
That's 75%.
I gotta admit, I picked OSU. I did pick OSU, so I gotta take it. Miami whooped them, so I gotta take that.
I picked Miami just based off of just hatred. I thought Ohio State would win, but golly. I
couldn't pick nobody. I couldn't pick nobody in that game. I thought it was gonna be a defensive battle for real, and it kind of was. But I couldn't pick nobody in the game, so I stayed quiet.
Hey, Slugged Up. Go back and look at DC stream from Sunday. Everybody went, man, that's a hot take. When I went, Ole Miss might have gotten better when they got rid of Lane Kiffin.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, wait a minute.
Everybody did a double take on that one.
You get rid of 3-5% of their plays, which was straight foolishness. It's like, all those calls like we made earlier today, going for it on your own territory and go 4th and 5. We're gonna go for it because we on our own territory. Just like
fourth and Kiffin was a thing. And he lost a lot of games because of 4th and Kiffin plays.
Let me ask y'all a question. If for some reason Ole Miss wins the national championship, do you give Lane Kiffin a national championship ring? Do you call him a national championship winning coach?
Who are you talking about? Ole Miss people?
No, I'm just saying in general.
No. He did not coach them.
He wasn't a coach.
He wasn't a coach.
I say you have to. Because he built that team, he built that staff.
Tight face. Tight.
But I mean, okay, I don't want to.
The Confederacy built the school. I mean, we can go on back. We want to. That's past history. I say no. He already getting paid by LSU, which is a kick in the sack to the people that's up here playing.
I mean, there have been players that were cut from professional teams, and they still got it right at the end of the season.
That's true.
They still got a ring when they're.
That is true. Won. That is true. That has happened.
But a lot of that stuff is collectively bargained in the pros.
Okay, Tight. That's a good point too, Tight. Hey, y'all both make a point there. Like that's a good point.
Like this, Nick Saban, if the board would have won a championship last year and chose to give a championship ring, which Urban Meyer should have done for runs up, if the board would have won a championship last year and Nick Saban retired from the program, I can see giving Nick Saban a ring. A dude who quit on you before you went in here and really held you hostage for 3 weeks. I'm like sit here and just this belongs to whoever the coach is. I don't even know who's the coach of this team.
He golden. Right, he's the head coach. He's the new head coach.
Yeah.
How you get your favorite defensive coordinator?
So many Capstone coaching graduates. We're trying to have a reunion real soon. Anyway, I can't see him giving it to him, man. That's crazy. I wouldn't do it. Nope. Said don't send Lane ish. He gets no ring. Being cut and doing what Lane did is different. That's true. Getting cut and doing what Lane Kiffin did is different. And he kept them hostage for a long time, man. So and the whole discussion was about, can I coach through the playoffs? And they were like, no, you're gonna leave. Either be down or get gone. So I say no. I mean, I can see one of the players must say, I want to get this to the Lane who brought me to Ole Miss.
That is crazy work, quitting your team before you go into the playoffs.
And LSU has no guarantee that they will ever make the playoffs with all the money they gave them. They don't have a guarantee that they're gonna get in the playoffs. Lane hadn't won Jack, Jimmy, John, nothing, and they gave him a lot of money. Well, the trajectory looks like he should do it, but what if he don't?
He's a conference. He hasn't won a conference championship. He won a conference championship in Conference USA. He won 2 of them.
Right.
Won 2 of them.
Congratulations. I think there's some other Conference USA champions that are not coaching LSU.
Let's look at the funny side of this. If Ole Miss somehow manages to win the national championship this year, they're going to win a football national championship before they win a football SEC championship.
That's the crazy part.
And in the grand scheme of it, I mean, that's what we all
went up. They just went up 6-0. That's 2 field goals, 2 56-yard field goals, by the way, that Ole Miss just kicked to go up 6-0. Wow.
Slugger Durkin said, I wish nothing but 7-win seasons on LSU until he is fired. That would be nice.
Hey, but for real though, do you think he will get fired, or do you think he will find a way to get out of that if that happens?
I'm telling you.
Do you think he'll find a way to maneuver his way to another program before that happens?
In my opinion, based on what Al Davis's letter said, Lane Kiffin can sell cold water to Eskimo, and he can make you feel all good and fuzzy, but he's really immature and he's lying to you. So I don't know what he told LSU.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know what he told LSU.
Is that what the letter really said from Al Davis?
In essence, You go to he did the press conference. You go watch the video where he read the letter, which is unheard of.
I don't think I've ever heard him read the letter, but I do remember them saying that there was a letter, but I've never seen that. Man, DC, Ole Miss was beating Georgia at Georgia in the regular season. We gave them credit during the season.
Hey, DC jumped out of the room and jumped back in real quick. But I just
gave them credit. We sat here and said, man, if we had this conversation on Auburn Addicts, we was like, if Kiffin hadn't done some of them fourth and whatever it was in the fourth quarter, they would have beat Georgia at home. They had a 9-point lead going into the fourth quarter.
It could be 11-1.
Hey, Nick, you're saying will Lane find a way out if it starts going downhill?
Yes, that's my question. Yes.
No, ain't no way. Because if things start going downhill, ain't nobody going to pay him more than LSU. So he's going to sit there and make them fire him to get that buyout.
I tell you somebody will pay him. I tell you exactly who's dumb enough to pay him.
Who? Alabama?
UCLA.
UCLA?
Yep.
Go back to the West Coast?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I don't know where Lane grew up, but he will go back out there. Especially when they bring the new Pac-10 on. They jump back in and they need a coach to make a splash.
And y'all talking about Lane Kiffin. Isn't this the guy that walked out the grocery store and stole a basket? Like the
because he didn't want to pay for a bag.
And because there were no bags. And you know the basket that you're supposed to keep in the grocery store? Lane Kiffin is, I don't know.
About the carry basket?
Yes, the carry. Yeah. You didn't see that?
You see that video?
A lot. I don't know. I didn't see that. But I know.
Oh, you have to see it.
Come on, Joey Freshwater is something else.
Joey Freshwater.
That's good. That's a good one. Man, no, I think Bob Chase is gonna have UCLA relevant in the next 2 to 3 years.
But if they're not, somebody on the West Coast will pay him.
Hey, he can go out there and get left on the tarmac again.
Right.
Do you think USC will hire him again if Lincoln Riley moves on?
No.
Really? You don't think so?
USC ain't gonna hire him again.
UCLA would do it to piss off USC. Tim the two-man Taylor, he disagrees that UCLA, they're not interested in him now, but he gets like 9-10 wins, and folks like, hey, where's our next championship? Like they did Chip Kelly. I don't know.
See, but what I was talking about is if he start having 7-win seasons, ain't nobody gonna pay him more than LSU, so he's gonna sit there until they fire him.
I don't think he'll stay there for 7 years like that.
Now, if he's having 10-win seasons, yes, somebody might pay him to leave LSU. But if what Slugged Up Durkin says happens, he's winning 7 wins a year. Yeah, they're going to fire him, and nobody's going to pay him more, and he's going to sit there till they give him his money.
Right. You got to. I mean, I'm just wondering where Brian Kelly's going to resurface. He has a good winning percentage. He's a little older, but he does have a good winning percentage.
If I was Brian Kelly, I would sit out 2 seasons, and that would make me more desirable. Because one of these, say it again.
I think he got to get a TV job because everybody thinks he's a jerk.
Yeah, that's part of it. You know, make yourself a little bit more likable.
Yeah.
But then, like I would sit out at least 2 seasons, and then I would just get the TV job, like you said, come on TV and start making myself sounding knowledgeable about the game. Right. And then in 2 seasons, exactly. And then once a team is having trouble with a coach, slide right in. You know, because it's gonna happen. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if Matt Rule gonna last at Nebraska. And if you put, go
ahead.
If you put Brian Kelly at Nebraska, I mean, hey, the man, he can win games. He can build a football program.
So what about Urban Meyer? People were talking about Urban Meyer.
I think he's sunset. I think he's done. I think he's done dealing. He's good.
You think Urban Meyer's done?
Yeah, I think the job for him to take was like a Michigan or either a Penn State. But I think Brian Kelly has to look at Penn State being his next stop because I don't think Matt Campbell's going to last more than 3 seasons.
Whoa, for real?
Yep.
That's a hot take.
Because they want a winner, right?
Matt Campbell winning though. He was solid. Huh? He been winning.
Who?
Matt Campbell, he just ain't had the resources he didn't have the resources at what was that, Minnesota? Not Minnesota. Iowa State.
He averaged 7 wins a season. That's his average for 10 years.
But like DC said though, what was the NIL commitment there?
What was it at Penn State? Because they didn't give it to Franklin.
Well, but they about to give him 25 to 30 million now.
Well, we about to figure out if he can handle the job. I don't think he can handle the job.
Okay,
because Ohio State, is lower.
You know who else said they didn't think he could handle the job?
Who's that?
Curt Cignetti. A lot of people said they didn't think Curt Cignetti could handle the job in Indiana, but boy, Curt Cignetti, man.
But the threshold still was low. Though.
All I do is win. Google me.
Google me. He did win.
It has to be the quote of the
century.
Coach Saban tried talking about it going to IUPUI. I think that's right. Indiana University.
Yeah,
I think that's right.
Why?
I don't know. It's hard to keep. If you got a good guy, you want to keep him, of course. But he said you probably could leave for something a little better. I mean, IUPU, whatever. Yeah, Indiana University in Pennsylvania. Some. It is a bit of a stretch. That was a D2 school.
That's a lot of words.
Yeah, first of all, it's Indiana University in Pennsylvania. Let's start right there. I'm like, what? Y'all couldn't find nothing?
It's like Auburn University in Montgomery. Okay.
Like Liberty Bell University or something. But it's in a whole nother state. It's a whole nother state. AU1 makes sense compared to Indiana and Pennsylvania. But folks, I'm gonna wrap it up. I got a cigar I gotta exterminate. Oh, what a day. What a day.
It'll get better, tight.
No, it won't. It won't get better. It gets better. When it's better, it's better. When it's bad, it's bad. And this is awful. This is awful. This is awful. I have nothing to grow on. Where are my nuggets of promise? There is no nuggets of promise.
All season now.
PhD, do you see any nuggets of hope in what we saw tonight? And what we saw the SEC championship and anything?
No, but I mean, not at all. Again, that's what I'm saying. Can we put? I'm sorry. I might watch what Grubb has to say maybe tonight or tomorrow. No, I can't do it tomorrow. I got something else I have to focus on tomorrow. But
I'm not watching.
Grubb has to be in the transfer portal and follow whomever. But you know what?
Did his family go with him?
Huh? But I don't know what adjustments DeBoer has to make as well. DeBoer, you're the head coach.
Right.
You are the head coach. So it can't just be Grubb. It also DeBoer has to be a part of this conversation. I'm not saying fire him. That's not what I'm saying. But I mean, DeBoer stood on that sideline and looked like our remote correspondent always compares or talks about him like Charlie Brown was in. He's just like Charlie Brown. He just stood there with no affect at all.
This is before or after Lucy pulls the ball?
Well, but doesn't Charlie Brown usually get nervous when he sees Lucy with the ball, wondering if she's gonna pull it away?
No, he's always hopeful it's gonna work.
He's very hopeful.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay,
he's a sucker.
Well, okay. Well, DeBoer showed no hope today.
Right.
From the beginning.
Maybe y'all should pull a reverse LSU from 2019 and get you a running game coordinator.
That's what I'm thinking.
Brady was a passing game coordinator. Get Grubb a running game coordinator.
Do y'all think that Knicks would be that? Would Knicks be that? Would Knicks say, "Hey, man, this is what you need to do in the SEC"?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm gonna be real with y'all. If y'all let Derek Knicks call plays, y'all would have won that game. Well, I'm not. I don't know if y'all would have won, but y'all definitely would have. Y'all would have put up more than 3 points. Y'all would have put up more than 3 points. Yeah, it would have looked way better than that.
That was a touchdown right in the middle, a quarterback, and he's swimming in the end zone.
But that's the point: is why get away from something that has worked?
Some people think they are too. Somebody said it in Sharpshooters. They said, "Man, this dude think he's smarter than everybody else," and that's a problem.
Who thinks that? Grubb.
Who?
Oh,
clearly he thinks he's smarter than everything, but your record is showing, bro, that you've been giving some passes, maybe even into the CFP, but you're not smarter than everybody else. What you're doing, what you pitching, ain't nobody trying to catch. You know what I'm saying? You got to change it up. Come back next year with a new pitch or get gone, bro. This is not going to work. I mean, this is not going to work. Because I remember when Major Applewhite, that 2007, that offense was so sporadic. I was like, what is it? He was doing this West Coast spread thing, and we're going to chop it, we're going to throw it up, and we're going to do the pass, accept the run. It was like, okay, thank you for your services. We'll see you later. But he was a fill-in. He was a last-minute OC hire. I bet you he'll be 1,000 times better now, to be honest. What do you say about that, Nick? You watched South Alabama.
Man, Major Applewhite, man, down the stretch. He what you just described.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, described, and that's kind of what South was. Yeah.
No, leave that down there then.
Man. South lost some games. They should have won this year, like towards the end of the games, man. Like, I mean, I put it like this: maybe you would have saw a little bit more of the run game being featured,
right?
If he was there, because he did have some sort of run game. But goodness, if it was what South was this year, we good. Y'all would have been just as mad again.
Tim Toolsman's Hill said when DeVoe starts squinting with his hands on his hips, he is cooked. Oh boy, I'm watching that Dr. Pepper commercial with the hot seat. Yeah, we got.
So when you come into a game not ready to play and to compete to win, you're going to lose.
Going to lose.
You're going to lose.
We got dominated.
As you know, Ty, I played tennis, right? And I played singles.
Right.
And I went into every match to defeat the opponent.
Mm-hmm.
That it was no ifs, ands, buts. That's why I love watching singles tennis more so than doubles, because it is you going in there saying with a mindset saying the outcome and the plan is to at all costs defeat my opponent.
Right.
And even if you get tired, you still got to hang in there and defeat your opponent, because your goal is to win. Alabama did not do that today. They showed up like they did in Atlanta in the SEC championship game.
And FSU.
And FSU. And so week after week after week, and the offense is still the same and the same is the same. What do you expect? You're going to be defeated. And I was going to say something, but I got to keep my composure. They got their, tore up today. From the beginning. I saw it early. In the first quarter, I was like,
If you go back to the beginning of this video, you will see a master selling came in my office and applied belt 2A in the early minutes of this video. So when y'all get a chance, go back and rewatch the first 5 minutes. Belt to A was applied to Alabama's jerseys right here on this seat. I as a master seller, and I was thrown out of my office, and that went down. But guys, I want to appreciate you guys. I think we done beat this dead horse into the ground. I got to go find a ray of hope. I don't have one. I mean, just say dark clouds ahead. If you're gonna keep doing the same stuff next year, this doesn't work out.
I mean, but why do you have to have a ray of hope? It was pouring down raining in Pasadena today. Just let it rain. It is what it is. There's no ray of hope about what happened tonight. Nothing.
Ooh.
Zero.
Oh,
nothing.
Wow. So
and I don't care what Alabama fans say about that. It's just the truth.
Wow.
So
Auburn,
they got defeated.
That wraps it up. Auburn,
Happy New Year. Happy 2026.
Auburn, yeah, Happy New Year. That's a good ray of hope. Auburn Thought, thank you for joining us. Thank you for chiming in. Shout out to DC. Join him over there on Auburn Addicts TV, Auburn_Addicts TV. PhD, you got to get your channel started. What did we say the name was going to be? Educated Hater. What was it?
I don't know.
Dr. Player Hater.
Dr. Player Hater. Or I even go for, like SEC safe space, but is indeed not safe.
I don't know how to run a YouTube channel. What you all do is phenomenal. I have no clue, no time. I don't know how you all do.
Trust me, I learned from 8-year-olds.
The music, and I mean, I watch Nick's show, I watch DC's show, Taz, Sharpshooter every now and then. I don't know how you all do. I just don't. So I applaud you all for for what you all do on your channels. So
Nick, tell them where you at, Nick.
Yeah, Water Cooler Talk Sports, man. Talking college football, SEC football, of course, Auburn football. Monday, Wednesday, Friday live shows, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. Put out a video every day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Central Time. We'll put out a video. So check us out over there, man. We're on our way to 1,200 subscribers. Trying to hit that before the end of January 2026. So come over there and check us out, man.
Well, folks, Thank y'all. I'm going to close it out here. Thank you for joining me, Auburn Thal. Thank you for joining me, PhD. Nick, I'm going to let you go. We will catch up with you probably Monday night so I can do some more crying.
That'll work.
We'll see you then. Folks, it has been one hell of a day. Alabama got totally decimated. There are no bright spots. There are no rays of sunshine peering through. We can't say, hey, that guy, I'm glad he's coming back. I'm glad this is happening. I'm just glad there's another season to prove that the Crimson Tide can rise and get themselves together, but they will not do it if Ryan Grubb thinks he is the smartest person in the CFP. Shout out to you, Ty Simpson. You did what you had to do until you got hurt. Maybe would have had a chance without the fumble, without the injury. I don't know. But definitely there's a lot of meat on the bone with the Crimson Tide. I will remind everybody, join me Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern on Around the Herd, where I will continue to talk about this debacle. And hopefully we will find out, what we can do going forward to make things better. But until next time, always remember, people, no matter what, roll, tide, roll.